Hello, my name is Kevin D. Walls, and I'm a fast-track senior consultant with this company called Ambit Energy. My purpose and intention with this video is to share with you why I planted my flag with Ambit Energy. Now, through this opportunity, I've been able to retire from my accounting and financial practice since 2009, making a six-figure residual income yearly, not including the bonuses, profiting over $500,000 and having a team that generates over $19 million in gross annual revenues to Ambit Energy out of 16 states at the time of this recording. Now, $19 million businesses have certainly been done before, but this was done with no inventory, no employees, no accounts receivables, no accounts payables, no collections, and no deliveries. Now, some might say, well, that sounds too good to be true. My question is that a good enough reason to stop watching? Probably not. You see, when I first saw Ambit Energy, I wasn't looking. My wife and I just built our 7,200 square foot dream home. We were driving our dream vehicles, taking vacations, and so by most American standards, we were living the American dream. So when a good friend of mine, a neighbor, asked me to come out to a hotel meeting to take a look at business that he was considering, my whole mindset was to save him and protect him from one of those network marketing things. But what I found out at that meeting was something that was interesting. And what stood out to me more than any business that had crossed my desk, and there were many at the time, was the fact that it was energy, something habitually used and unconsciously paid for. And so I planted my flag in July of 2007 for reasons I will share with you in a moment. You see, it was a good thing that I did, because when the government announced that our economy was going through a recession, which was more like a global financial meltdown, my personal economy started to go through a depression. We had to sell off real estate holdings, close down 15 tax offices, and things were so bad that I had to take a sabbatical from everything for about a year and a half. But since this is a recession-proof opportunity, our business continued to grow while we were on that sabbatical. In fact, it grew over 450%, allowing my wife and I to be full-time parents to our kids. It's also allowed my wife and I to take care of our aging mothers without time and money being a factor, as well as start our own private family bank. You see, that's why this opportunity works for us. Now, I was able to do that because I had a mentor who trained me on how to effectively build and develop marketing teams, as well as how to use effective tools to help me expose this opportunity professionally. That would also allow me to help a lot of people's lives be much, much better. And that, my friend, is really the irreducible basics of business, to help make people's lives better. If you're not doing that, in my opinion, you're not in business. So I'll let Tim give you a Dun and Bradstreet about himself, a little about his background and credentials.
Hi, this is Tim. I'd like to give you a little bit of my background so you can understand how I acquired the unique knowledge I have. My professional life began in the military. I'll read to you straight from one of my evaluations, my job description. Explosive Ordnance Disposal Technician Parachutist. Duties include detection, identification, render safe, recovery, and disposal of all U.S. and foreign nuclear, chemical, and conventional munitions, including terrorist devices. Also performs associated diving and demolition tasks. Further down it reads, assisted in the planning and safe execution of more than 200 EOD, which stands for Explosive Ordnance Disposal, diving missions, including underwater demolition and mixed gas decompression dives as deep as 180 feet in support of Joint Task Force Middle East operations. If you look at the date on that evaluation, it was 1 month prior to me joining a network marketing business. I worked part-time for 2 years and then full-time for 3. In that 5-year time frame, I built a business that did $25 million and as much as $150,000 per month of income from my humble home. I retired from actively building and wrote and directed the production of Brilliant Compensation, which is a video that describes network marketing in a non-hype, factual way, but didn't promote any specific company. At the time, I had no idea what that video would unleash. To me, it was simply what I'd explained to people who were looking at my business. Regardless, it has become the standard explanation the network marketing industry uses. My next step was to improve the professionalism of all distributors in the industry by creating Professional Inviter and Presenter, which got me noticed as a trainer. I was invited and taught a network marketing certificate course with Professor Charles King at the University of Illinois at Chicago. I was also interviewed by the legendary Larry King on distinguishing the difference between MLM, pyramids, and Ponzi schemes.
A few months ago, there was a guy in my house named Tim Sales. We talked a lot about a lot of things, and I got fascinated with this whole MLM industry. I'll talk to him all about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Sales, come on out.
So I was basically traveling the world, training hundreds of organizations and advising companies on training techniques, building strategies, and how to handle the media. This gave me a perspective on network marketing companies that I don't think anyone else in the world has. To say that I've been asked to look at a few businesses is an understatement. I've not just been offered to join, but have been offered millions to put my name on a company. You too are being asked to look at this information. You can look at it two ways. One is someone is trying to rope you into something. The other way to look at it is because someone, his name was Rick Mayo, showed this to me, I'm thousands of friends richer, I'm millions of dollars richer, and I used part of that money to get over 1 million children off of harmful drugs. I love and admire Rick Mayo for showing me how little old me could do something great in my life.
So that was my mentor, Tim Sales. You can probably see why I'm so proud and grateful he helped me. He has taught me how to be successful with this opportunity. More importantly, what you can feel confident in is that I know what you need to know to be successful too. I would continue to make a six-figure a year residual income if I stopped today and didn't reach out to those who were trying to get what they need and want out of life. But I don't stop because my mission is bigger than me. It's to help you and so many others get their time and financial freedom back too. And so I dedicated my life to helping people succeed in this business. Because in the traditional world, I couldn't have the same impact that this platform allows me to have. I can truly say, not only do I know how, but I can teach it, which is not always the case. You see, I've met many people who have had high levels of success, but haven't a clue how to teach it to someone else. I'm talking about learning the basics all the way to achieving success, all the way to achieving their why, their dream. You see, I didn't come to the Ambit business with any skill sets that would help me do the business. I was really a bean counter before I even saw this business. But what I did come with was, and still is, tenacity, which means to hold persistently to something because I needed to get my time back. I didn't want to be the photo dad. I needed to own my own life. I started at the very bottom of the knowledge ladder. And through training from my mentor, Tim Sales, who you just met, I'm able to make things simple for people to understand. That made the world of difference. Now let's get into the reasons why I partnered with Ambit Energy. The reason I planted my flag with Ambit Energy is because they met my 5 requirements. Now, as I explain these to you, please realize the order or sequence is as important as each individual requirements. So here's number 1. The company must go long term. You have to be certain about this before you consider any of the 4 remaining points. It doesn't matter how good a product or service is, how fast a company is growing, or how much money people are making in a network marketing company, because I watch each of those vanish overnight. And when it does, it doesn't matter how good you are. You cannot be successful in a failed company. Companies can quickly lose product licenses or raw materials for products that are based on, and poor legal policies can and have destroyed companies overnight. Fast growth has killed companies faster than no growth. And people making quick, big money comes off the balance sheet somewhere. If it comes from money needed to buy future inventory, those big checks are the beginning, really, of the end. What I'm saying to you is that the reason why I joined Ambit Energy is that I don't get dazzled by the chrome and the paint. I crawl under the cars. I pop the hood. I'm 100% confident in Ambit Energy's executive management team. Let me introduce you to a couple. Jerry Thompson Jr. is the co-founder and chief executive officer of Ambit Energy. In 1992, Jerry was also at the forefront of the telecommunication industry as it deregulated. He founded a company called Caprock Fiber Networks to build fiber and broadband networks across Texas. As the CEO, he guided Caprock into new markets. He managed this growth from infancy to 1,300 employees and over $300 million in annual revenues, making it the fastest growing company in the North Texas area at that time. Now, Chris Chambliss, he also took advantage of the telecom deregulations in the late 80s, but he did so from a network marketing standpoint. You see, Chris was a senior executive at a company called Excel Communications. Chris helped create the company's brand and story, and in 1995, he was instrumental in helping Excel pass Walmart and Microsoft as the fastest company to generate $1 billion in annual sales, becoming the fourth largest long distance firm in North America with over 6 million customers and creating over 2,000 millionaires in the process. Now, as a co-founder and chief marketing officer at Ambit Energy, Chris not only brings the network marketing culture, but he also leads the company's effort to acquire residential, small business, large commercial customers in deregulated electricity and gas markets across the United States through our growing base of independent entrepreneurs. Now, let's take a few minutes and hear from the both of them.
When we opened our offices in downtown Dallas, we took down all the walls. We wanted the open space and we wanted an open culture. The executives all sit right next to each other, so there's lots of open communications. At the same time, we put in some very inexpensive $19 folding tables. They're not very attractive, but we decided not to invest in fancy offices and elegant furniture. We wanted to focus all our resources into systems and people.
Jerry set an early and very ambitious goal for their new company: to be the finest and most respected retail energy provider in America.
We knew that whenever a consultant approached someone about becoming an Ambit customer or consultant, they would be putting their reputations on the line, and they would be trusting that Ambit would deliver its promise, not just some of the time, but all of the time. And we wanted to be worthy of that trust. We wanted to make them proud.
Both veterans of the 90s telecom boom, Ambit's co-founders have years of high-growth management experience. As Chief Executive Officer, Jerry's background in finance and operations has provided the company with steady leadership. His co-founder and Ambit's Chief Marketing Officer, Chris Chambliss, leads the company's efforts to establish a nationally recognized retail brand in the energy industry, utilizing the power of person-to-person marketing.
You know, people ask us all the time why we chose direct selling as our model for acquiring customers, and the truth is simple. Friends and family members make better customers. You know, traditional advertising, especially in today's hyper-paced internet culture, just doesn't produce loyal customers. And direct selling can do that at a very attractive cost of acquisition. You know, our customers are people we know, love, and trust. They pay their bills on time, they stay loyal to the brand, and they even spread the word to others.
Has the approach worked? Well, in its first 7 years, Ambit has attracted over 1 million satisfied customers, while growing annual revenues from startup to over $1 billion. That kind of growth doesn't go unrecognized. In 2010, Ambit Energy was named the fastest growing privately held company in America by Inc. magazine. Ambit has also earned its place in the direct selling industry, listed by the Direct Selling News Global 100 as one of the largest direct selling companies in the world and the largest direct selling energy provider.
I think it surprises people to hear us say that we could have grown faster, but it's true. We purposely controlled Ambit's growth to ensure that we're always building on a solid foundation of systems and people that will enable us to be a great company years into the future and not just a flash in the pan. One of the first decisions Chris and I made in the very beginning was to never sacrifice integrity for growth. As proud as we are of Ambit's success, we want to make certain we continue to do it the right way.
It is this dedication to building a company the right way, along with their past experience with fast-paced, high-growth businesses that continue to fuel Ambit to this day.
You know, a business built with gimmicks, hype, or exaggeration is just not sustainable. It's just a weak foundation that ultimately is going to collapse. I think the only way to build a solid foundation is to work hard, do the right thing, and hold everybody, especially yourself, to a high standard. It's harder, it's slower, but in the long run, I think it's always worth it.
You can see why I have 100% confidence in Ambit's executive management team. Had both Jerry and Chris' successes been in a traditional business only, I would not have joined. You see, if the management team doesn't know the network marketing culture, it rarely works out long term. Traditional companies often start with the end goal of selling the company. This creates behaviors that are not good for network marketing. That's where Chris Chamberlain's successful background and expertise in network marketing and the culture comes in, because these behaviors are often faint to someone who doesn't know what to look for. As an example, if you're going out for a day hike, you pack a light windbreaker, a container of food, a bottle of water, temporary. But if you're going on a 2-year expedition, you pack differently. You pack for the long term. How my example translates to network marketing is that temporary behaviors will slip into view. An executive who comes from the traditional background only thinks nothing about reducing commissions while increasing their quotas and increasing the price of the products and services. They think nothing of the downstream effects of firing an employee or sales rep. Why? Because they are serving the balance sheet so that they can sell the company for their own gain. With Chris Chamberlain's background and expertise in the culture, he knows that network marketing, if you reduce the compensation of consultants, you absolutely destroy the consultant's confidence, the consultant's belief, because they thought they owned their own business. But in Ambit Energy, that's not the case. Jerry often states, never sacrifice integrity for growth. So reason number one that I chose Ambit Energy was because the co-founders, Chris Chambliss and Jerry Thompson Jr., and their executive management team had the guts to do what's right. And number two, as a management team, they are proven veterans as individual and as a team. Finding a network marketing company with a proven management team, it never happens. This is a rare event. Veterans in this industry are always looking to find the company that will become the next billion-dollar giant, so that they can get in and build it, and it would be the last company they ever have to build. Well, my friends, Ambit Energy is that company. Okay, let's move on to my second requirement. My second requirement is that the company has a flagship product that customers love and needed. Something that did not require a change in their buying behaviors or the way that they receive the product or service. See, when you look at all the billion-dollar plus network marketing companies, this is what they all have in common. I call it product must sell outside of the network or opportunity. Companies whose products and services are bought mainly inside the network or the opportunity by its sales reps, its distributors, its associates, not only have stagnant revenue growth, but are targets for regulatory actions also known as pyramid laws violations. What I'm looking for in a product or service are emotional, consumable, requiring no explanation. The true difference in network marketing and all forms of marketing disciplines is that the consultants has trust and time to show the difference to their prospects. Now, although network marketing as a company can sell almost anything, the sweet spot is the difference of the quality of product or service. I would not want to market anything if best price is my competitive advantage. This attracts the wrong type of business builder and customer. Ambit's loyal customer program and free energy program is the unique selling position and the retention strategy to retain customers, saving on the most needed service that is putting back millions of dollars each month in customers' household. Now that's emotional. It's consumable or renewable because it's used every second of every minute of every hour of every day. In other words, it's habitually used and unconsciously paid for. It requires no explanation, and that is retail profit. Boom! The sweet spot of network marketing. Let's watch how this free energy program works, and let's listen from a few satisfied customers.
Hello, we're Ambit Energy, and we're a little different from other energy providers. How are we different? How about free energy? That's right. Zip, zilch, nada, free. Easy too. Just share Ambit with 15 or more friends and you can get a free energy credit on your bill every month. Is that different enough for you? Ambit Energy. Travel rewards, great service, free energy.
Hi, Renee Hankins, your host with Team Blitz TV. I had the opportunity to talk with some customers about something absolutely phenomenal, free energy. Savings as high as $400 to $800, bills as low as $35 to $6 a month. Let's hear their story. Hi, I'm here with Mr. James and Stacy Lewis, and we're going to talk about some free energy. Are y'all excited about the free energy?
Very excited.
Free energy.
Free is good.
I have Miss Brenda Tillman here. She's on fire. You see the red. She's on fire because she's got some free energy. Right, Miss Brenda?
Right.
This here is Miss Frida Cox, the Fox. She's going to tell us about some free energy. Now, how long have you been in Ambit Energy?
I've been in Ambit Energy a little over 20 months.
A little over a year, about 15 to 16 months.
It will be 10 months on the 28th of this month.
Okay, amazing. Got it to the almost to the day, right?
Yes.
Okay, and within that time period, how long did it take before you actually started seeing the free energy?
We actually qualified for free energy after about 4 months, and the first bill of savings was the 5th month.
Wow. And I know you've got that bill right here. Let's wave it around. What is that bill looking like now?
Let's see. For my previous company, won't say any names, we were paying about almost $200 a month. And this bill with Ambit Energy after the free energy is a little steep. It's about $6.
$6. What kind of savings have you been able to benefit from?
Well, I benefit from savings from the first time that I started Ambit Energy because my bill went from $233 to $136.
Wow.
But then after I got free energy, my bill went down to $5.20.
My bill before was running me anywhere from $1,000. Maybe the low bill would be $300 or $400. And my bills now, last month I only paid $5.42.
I gotta give you a high five in advance. Usually I'm high fiving towards the end. Just go ahead and put those bills up. We've got some bills. We're saving some money. And tell us, what have you been able to afford since you've saved that money?
Well, really, what has happened to me with the Ambit Energy is I've been able to pay my bills on time, because before I was just robbing Peter to pay Paul. Some bills didn't get paid simply because I had that horrendous light bill. So now I'm able to pay my bills on time, have a little money extra over now, and it feels so great.
We're spending more time with the kids, and we are actually able to put them in daycare.
Oh, okay. We got
And shopping too.
And shopping. Yes, let's just throw that in there. We love to shop.
I've been able to start planning a trip for my grandbaby to go see Obama at the White House in July. So I'm taking that money, putting it aside for that purpose.
Oh, that is exciting. Free energy.
Woo! Yes!
You've got amazing savings. Free energy. Give me a high five.
Yes.
With the free energy, you've got free peace of mind.
Yes.
I love it. High five.
You rock.
Here with Carl Scott, and we are going to be talking about some free energy. First of all, Carl, tell us how long you've been in the business.
3.5 years.
3.5 years. And you started receiving free energy about how long ago?
2 years into the business.
Okay. So you just got right on it, and you've got some savings.
Yes.
Can you tell us about the dollar amount about those savings for the free energy?
Last year it's about $6,000 in savings.
Wow.
So that's been really good.
Okay. And what have you been able to do since that money's been freed up?
Oh man, hang gliding with the monkeys.
Seriously?
No.
That sounds like fun though. You could. 6,000? No, but what kind of luxuries have you been
A lot
able
of
to
the money I've actually been able to save and put towards the house.
Okay.
Principal balance. So that's helped.
Okay, that's very important. A lot of us are just doing that renting forever, and we just don't know how to get to owning our own. And you're showing us that Ambit is the way through the free energy. High five.
All right, let's do it.
And the monkeys. Yay.
So as you can see, our product, which is competitive and in fact in markets outside of Texas, offer guaranteed savings or Ambit pays the difference, absolutely sells outside of the network or opportunity and requires no explanations. This is why Ambit has over 1.3 million and counting satisfied customers, J.D. Power and Associates recipients, and A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Okay, my third requirement is the company will grow and continue to grow. You see, most companies don't grow because the products sells mainly inside of the network or opportunity, and they can't attract big leaders. Ambit is blessed to have great field leaders. We each have our own techniques, but we all have a united front at the end of the day, the goal of Ambit Energy. And so it's an honor to serve with these leaders in my journey and in my tenure with Ambit. Leaders like Brian McClure, Steve Thompson, Frank Smelling, Chris and Debbie Atkinson, Sean Cornett, Damian Pachaki, Lang Winsett, Kenny Smith, and many, many, many more. So let's hear from one of the top producers, Carlos and Ceci Marin.
This is amazing. I didn't used to think that you could sell a commodity through network marketing. Now, if you have a company that has the right operational structure, as Ambit does, it's the perfect product because you can truly save people money, give them better service, and give them benefits that they can't get someplace else.
Well, what I love about this business is the fact that you're not selling anything. You're educating people. You're educating people that they now have a choice. So basically all you need to tell them is that it's completely safe to switch their service, that they're going to save money, and that they're going to earn free travel. To me, that's not selling, it's educating. Once people really get it, that's it. You don't have to convince anybody of any product, of any juice, change lifestyles, no. This is like, it's just beautiful, beautiful.
When I first took a look at Ambit Energy, I was pretty much blown away. My partner Terry LaCour had told me that we needed to take a look at something that was only available in the state of Texas. And I said, Terry, you're nuts. We have an international business, both of us, and the least place that we know anybody in is Texas. So, but I flew to Dallas and we met with Chris Chambliss and Jerry Thompson, and I mean, we were just blown away about the concept, the timing, the opportunity, and the future that this company held in store for us and millions of people.
When you share a vision with your husband, it brings you together, it ties you together. You're working towards the same goal, the same vision as a family. And that, I think, is the key to keeping a solid foundation in a family unit.
I really enjoy working with my wife. We get along so well. I mean, part of the reason we're together is because we enjoy each other's company. And we like doing stuff together. We have fun together. And so working with her is fun.
Well, I think it's critical to work as a team. You know, I'm a music major, so I always relate it to, you know, an orchestra. If the orchestra doesn't play in tune, there's no music. So a team, there's power in everybody, you know, following a system. There's you know, sharing visions, helping those people in your team achieving those desires that they want to achieve. And this is a vehicle that allows them to become financially free in order to achieve those dreams.
I believe that one must become a student. One must become humble enough and understand that there are principles that when applied work 100% of the time. I mean, that's my own story. I didn't start with a golden spoon in my mouth. You know, we emigrated here from Cuba when Castro came in, and so we lost all the money we had, and which was mainly my grandfather's money, but we lost all the money we had. So here I am, looking at this industry as a 25-year-old young man that wanted to become wealthy, but frustrated because I'm making $30,000 a year, owning a property and casualty insurance agency with a partner. I'm broke, I'm frustrated, and I see in this industry the opportunity to develop wealth because a wealthy man came along and said, I'll show you how to become wealthy if you will be humble enough to listen, learn, and apply what I teach you. And so I firmly believe that if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I didn't start out any further ahead than anybody else. Where I believe Ambit will take me, I learned a long time ago that the more you help other people get what they want, the more you get what you want. And so, you know, when I became a millionaire, it was great. But when I helped the first person become a millionaire, I mean, it was unbelievable. And the more people I helped to achieve that level of success, the better I felt. So I got addicted to giving. You know, and it's kind of a crazy thing, but while I do have personal goals of making millions of dollars with Ambit and so forth, I have goals of helping hundreds of people make millions of dollars with Ambit and thousands of people make hundreds of thousands of dollars with Ambit. My vision is to help people become free from the bondage of financial slavery. I believe that's one of the biggest problems that we have in this nation and the world today, financial slavery. People do not understand the principles of success and the principles of finance. And one of the biggest problems that we have is people are just bound by money. I could have been a corporate executive and, you know, done some high-powered job someplace, but you know, the reality of it is that the thought of having to get up, I mean, I've gone to the airport in rush hour traffic before, but the thought of doing that on a daily basis, I mean, is really nauseating. I mean, I mean, to think about having to do that and to think about, you know, the 9 to 5, and of course, you know, I do pour myself into what I do, so I'd never be 9 to 5, so I'd be 9 to 8 or 9, right? But, you know, the freedom that this allows you, the ability to watch my daughter grow up, the ability to interact, that flexibility and quality of life, I mean, priceless, priceless.
Ambit Energy has already had record-setting growth in less than 7 years. We're now at our 10th year. And normally when companies grow, they run into two enemies that can stop or slow down the company's growth. Number one is bad media. Bad media can destroy the company's public relations value, which either cripples them or takes them completely out of the game. Ambit Energy's mission from the beginning is to never sacrifice integrity for growth, to become the finest, most respected energy retail provider in the country. To this day, that mission has been fostered throughout the Ambit Energy nation and nationwide. The second enemy is When the company does grow, they become well known and soon haunted with the perception of saturation. Now, in network marketing, you don't saturate a product or service as long as you have a product or service that sells outside of the network or opportunity. Ambit is in only 16 of the 26 or 28 plus states that are in some form of deregulation. So in the 16 states they're in at the time of this recording, they're not fully deployed in all the markets. So Ambit still has less than 3% market share. Plenty of growth, ahead of the trends. This is the time. Even being recognized by J.D. Power and Associates in many categories and listed in the Inc. 500 and Inc. 5000 many times, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, featured in the Success from Home magazine, and only 12 out of 3,400 companies get selected for that publication out of a year. We've been selected ever since since 2008, and ranked the 13th largest network marketing company in the world, according to Direct Selling News. Ambit is still not known. It's a $1 billion baby. And in fact, they're just getting started. In fact, Ambit is also expanding internationally to be fully deployed in all the markets in the country of Japan, May of 2017. Business people want to get in a new, vibrant, growing company. It's probably the reason why you're looking at Ambit Energy instead of a 20 or 50-year-old company. Okay, my fourth requirement is that the company must pay you well for your production. You see, in network marketing, you do nothing, you get paid nothing. You do a little, you get paid a little. You do a lot, ladies and gentlemen, you get paid a lot. And as a disclaimer, I'm not going to explain all the fine details and requirements here. This is just a rough overview of what I was looking for in a pay plan. I needed 3 specific features. Number 1 was retention income. This is how you keep people in your business. The easiest way to retain someone is to have them earn free energy every single month. In Ambit, if you get and keep 15 energy customers, you will get a bill credit up to and equaling free energy month after month after month after month, all day, all night, every month, every year. That alone will cover your website costs, your admin fees, your big event tickets, your regional events, and more. Next, retail profit. This is when you gather a customer who is not in the business. So if you gather 20 customers, not only do you qualify for all compensation in the compensation plan with Ambit, you will not only get free energy, but you will also earn a residual income on the 15th of every single month. Why? Because customers pay their bill every single month. That leads me to full-time income. A full-time income is your next step. I like to call this income base pay. Let's take a look at this video clip just to see how it works.
The first way we get paid, and the foundation of our business, is to share the value of being an Ambit customer with the people we know, love, and care about. You'll receive a $100 bonus for your first 5 customers. 2 of these are represented by computers, because Ambit gives us a head start by subscribing to their web-based marketing tools for $25 a month. More about this in a bit. Upgrading your own utility service also counts as a customer, so we only need 2 more customers to receive our first $100 bonus. 5 more customers and you will receive an additional $100. Another 5 pays an additional $50, and 5 more beyond that, for a total of 20 customers, pays a combined $300 in upfront bonuses. Keep in mind, these customers you're earning upfront bonuses on also qualify you for that free energy program we talked about earlier.
So far, we've talked about earning a few $100s and getting free energy by helping people save money. This is the foundation of what we do. The bigger money comes as a result of expanding your business by helping others do the exact same thing. Team Builder bonuses are earned every time you sponsor a new consultant who launches their business by gathering a few customers. Promote to earn more by developing a team of 6 consultants, with at least 2 being personally sponsored. You're now a regional consultant, where you'll earn an additional bonus, not just on the consultants you sponsor, but now, as they expand their business, this leadership bonus is paid on every consultant in your growing distribution. This is where you begin to experience the power of leverage. When your regional team grows to a total of 18 consultants, you promote to senior, where you'll earn an additional leadership bonus. Get your new senior team started by sponsoring a few consultants. As they do the same, you can see the power of leverage as a senior consultant can become very exciting. Continue growing and earning until 5 consultants in your senior team promote themselves to your same rank of senior, and this promotes you to the executive level, where yet another leadership bonus is earned. Build your executive team by sponsoring a few consultants, and as they do the same, the power of leverage can become life-changing. Same as before, you'll need 5 consultants to hit your same rank as executive consultant before promoting to national consultant. Here, the final leadership bonus is earned, and the power of leverage has the potential to generate yearly income on a monthly basis.
What you've seen thus far is how Ambit incentivizes us to grow our distribution. But there's more to the picture. Every single customer of every consultant in your growing distribution pays a utility bill every single month, which means you get paid every single month. This is the power of residual income. Ambit pays these customer residuals through 7 generations across all of your distribution teams. To get an idea of what's possible, let's assume each consultant, starting with you, gathers just 3 customers. Over time, each consultant also expands their distribution by sponsoring 3 others who continue this exact same formula. With each individual consultant doing their small part, gathering 3 customers, and helping 3 others do the same, the compound effect produces a lot of customers. The residual commission per customer varies based on which services they use, how much they use, and where they fall in your distribution. Run the math, assuming each customer is on just 1 service at minimal usage and stopping on the 5th generation. You can see we've already achieved a monthly residual income that could make a new car, vacation, or home addition possible. Take it down 1 more generation, and we have a residual income dramatically exceeding the average Social Security check. Go down all 7 generations, and you're looking at a life-changing residual income mailed out or direct deposited on the 15th of every month.
Keep in mind, we're assuming each consultant only gathers 3 customers. It takes 15 to earn free energy, so if we used a more realistic average like 10, this figure would more than triple. In addition, as you promote up and build your leadership teams, you also earn residual bonuses, which get paid on every customer of every consultant in each of your leadership teams. This is on top of and beyond the 7 generations you see here. Our top consultants are reporting this last piece to be the single largest source of income. Most people don't have a single dollar of monthly residual income, so it's understandable if you find this all a bit hard to swallow. But with well over 1 million customers and $1 billion of annual revenue using this exact business model, there is no question Ambit works. The only question is, will Ambit work for you?
Okay. The third and final piece I was looking for in the compensation plan is what's known as in network marketing or in the network marketing industry as back end or retirement income. Now, the back end money is for those who want to play in the big leagues. If you recall from the compensation video, as you move up in rank, you will earn additionally monthly income off of every customer that comes into your organization to unlimited levels or unlimited depth. That's huge. This is your reward for being a leader who develops marketing teams that gather customers in a huge way. There are several other bonuses that you can earn, like monthly promotional bonuses, 5-star trips and vacations. But the bottom line, Ambit Energy pays more than enough compensation to help you and your family get what you need and what you want. In fact, Ambit pays out about $90+ million in compensation to date. So it's a shout it from the mountaintop, yes, that I and you will get paid well for our production. Let's move on to my final requirement. Now, my final requirement is that the training must produce a successful consultant. And when you check out the previous 4 requirements on my list, the last item would be getting help to build your business. The network marketing business will never be more than simply a person, you, who wants to own their own business while using the vehicle of Ambit Energy and its resources, like the energy service it promotes, new markets to gather customers in, multiple website, customer and consultant management software, customer and consultant support, marketing materials, and training systems. The reason training is the last item on my list is because even if you get no help, you can still make the Ambit opportunity work. But fortunately for you, you getting no help will not be the case, because I have effective training I've learned from my mentor you heard from earlier, which is at the core of what I do. Ambit has training, Ambit University, but the word training is subjective. I have witnessed trainings that was nothing more than a person on stage who says, if you have a big enough why, or if you have a big enough dream, you too can be successful too. You will find a way. If that statement were true, why do people drown and become casualties of this business? You see, most of the time, people need procedures. They need techniques. They need someone to guide them. If they could have done it their own way, they would have done it already. The leadership you will get from me, as well as my team and so many other teams that I work with, will be training with a focus on the person doing the business. I'm known throughout Ambit for my unique training styles, especially my drills, which get people to actually do the business. In case you don't know what drills are, you do something repeatedly while being coached until you get it right. You see, elite people keep drilling until they can't do it wrong. I learned all of this from my mentor that you've heard from earlier through his tenure with the underwater bomb squad. The costs were too high for any teammate to not understand something or not be actually able to defuse the bomb when they were most scared and most distracted by the underwater environment. That's why they drill with the correct procedures over and over and over until they can't do it wrong. I brought that same emphasis and discipline to Ambit. I don't believe there's a person who can't succeed in Ambit. I really don't. I truly, sincerely don't. Because with me, we will break each of the process down into trainable, doable steps. As an example, talking to a prospect about becoming a customer or a business partner is simply this. You greet them, you qualify them, which means you find out what their needs, wants, their don't wants, their whys, their dreams. You invite them to take a look at something that would help them get what they told you that they needed and want. There may be a new person who doesn't do the greeting very well or goofs up on the qualifier or the invite step, but each of those are easily corrected. I've made all the tools, all the resources, all the training available to each member on my team. That will also be made available to you when you join our Ambit Energy family and my team. All right, once I saw all of my 5 requirements had been met, I'm not the person that kind of overthinks things or procrastinate, so I planted my flag with Ambit Energy July 26, 2007, and wow, what a journey it's been.
Fire up.
We got Tristan, and he is walking for the first time. See if he'll do it. Yay! Good job, son!
Let's go find some fish. Whoa! There you go. Whoa! You're gonna get it, because all that matters is you're going fishing.
The best we can be, though some we don't want to still, we gotta chase our dreams, reach up and reach high, because we're gonna pull through and give it all we got, even though it can't seem hard to catch and make it happen, but we can't start sliding. Come on and do what you gotta do to fight on. So no matter what comes your way, nothing can ruin your day.
You know the rough house?